Oh my god, it's Mercury retrograde and my computer won't work.
What we do here is go back.
So guess what, guys? This is a really funny story. It's actually really not funny, but I will tell you anyways because it's gonna help me get over this. I was just filming for, I think 30 to 40 minutes now, and then I looked up at my computer screen and I realized that I wasn't filming anything at all. I was talking to the camera without anything being recorded, so I guess I was talking to myself. Anyways, I guess that's a really good intro to Mercury retrograde because that's probably what we're all going to be experiencing for a while now. From January 4th to January 26th, Mercury, the planet of communication, learning, expressing yourself, talking, is moving backwards. And guess what? All of those qualities, the qualities of thinking, communicating, learning, all that stuff, is also moving backwards while this occurs. We are not thinking clearly. We are not experiencing the energy of Mercury as we normally would. If I really kind of had to sum up what Mercury retrograde was, it's really just an opportunity to be less stupid. You are confronted with the behaviors in yourself and the behaviors in the people that you associate with that are dumb and stupid and not anything that you need to be spending your time on. You know, we're all stupid sometimes. Mercury retrograde makes it very clear. We usually act really dumb sometimes during Mercury retrograde. We say stupid things. We yell at our phones. We yell at our computers. That's dumb. And then we are called to change it. You know, we see that what we're doing is not intelligent. What we're doing is not wise. It's not helping us. And by the time Mercury has started moving forward again, hopefully we have learned how to not be dumb. That's how it is. So, let me talk about what Mercury retrograde is not. Mercury retrograde is not the time to pause your life. People say, like, don't do anything. Don't mow your lawn. Don't call the doctor. Don't go to the dentist. Don't leave your house. Hide in your closet. Hide in your basement. They say to do all that kind of crazy stuff during Mercury retrograde. That's stupid. You can't do that. The world would end if we all just stopped living during Mercury retrograde. It happens 3 to 4 times a year. This year 4, so you definitely cannot pause your life. You just have to actively and purposely engage in critical thinking. Like if you're drunk, okay, if you've been out drinking and you're about to call someone, you would be better off chopping your hand off than picking up the phone. It's not going to work out, just don't do it, okay? Let's say if your toaster breaks, okay? That has nothing to do with Mercury retrograde. Your toaster is not ruled by Mercury, okay? Because your toaster does not transmit information. Your toaster toasts bread. If your dishwasher breaks, not Mercury retrograde. Dishwasher does not transmit information. If your cell phone breaks, that is very possibly Mercury retrograde. What do you do on a cell phone? You talk, okay? If your computer breaks, possibly Mercury retrograde. If your television breaks, that could be Mercury retrograde because you are watching information. If this video that I'm filming right now doesn't upload properly, that's probably Mercury retrograde because I am giving information. If you're a jerk, not Mercury retrograde. This is not an excuse to be an asshole, okay? If you are misunderstood, that could be Mercury retrograde, but that is just really a call to clarify the way that you communicate. I would advise you do that. Above all, we're being called to make adjustments in the way that we express ourselves, we communicate, and we share knowledge. Make the adjustments, don't fight them, because that's where things go wrong when you try to fight the energy of the universe, when you try to fight the natural order. No, guess what? Fighting the universe is a losing battle. You will never win against the universe, okay? You'll never win against Mercury. You just won't, so don't try. As always, it's going to speak to each sign differently. This video is geared towards your rising sign, primarily. If you don't know what a rising sign is, I'll give you like a 5-second summary. Your rising sign is the sign that was rising at the time of your birth. So the sun rises each day, but so do all the different signs. So your sun sign is the sign that everyone knows, and that is going to be the same as you know it to be, but depending on what time of the day you were born, your rising sign will be different. And that is the sign, whatever your rising sign is, that you should be watching horoscopes for. That's just a fact that very few people know. but almost all astrologers do know this, so that is the one. I'm going to put a link to a rising sign calculator in the comments below. Go there, find your rising sign, pay closest attention to the part that I talk about your rising sign. Alright, so it affects each sign differently. We're each going to have our own set of lessons and struggles to deal with while Mercury's retrograde, and we will just start with Aries because that's the first sign in the zodiac. Alright, Aries, you are going through a process of honing your dreams. You're getting your dreams into a real functioning plan. You're taking your goals and seeing where it is that they are not possible. Sometimes we come up with goals that really are not going to happen, and if we're, tapping into that part of us that's deep down inside, our intuitive part, we know it's not going to happen, but then we're just like, shut up, voice inside me, and then we just do it anyways. We go for that goal even if it's not going to work. You're going to be like realizing that you've done that now. You're going to be realizing where it is that you have ignored reality. That's going to be how it plays out for some of you, okay? Others are going to be looking at their friends, their social circle, and considering if their friends are getting in the way of their success. That happens to most of us at least once, where it's like, my friends are engaged in behavior that I know if I am seen doing that behavior, I will not get the job. I will not get promoted. I will not do well in my career. If I am seen with these people acting a fool, I will be a fool by association, and that's not what I'm going for in life. It's a fact. Sometimes we have to get rid of friends. Sometimes we have to tell our friends, hey, stop acting stupid, in order to, go one step further towards success. Make the necessary adjustments. Don't let anyone stand in your way, okay? That's never smart, because everyone really is going to look out for themselves first, to some extent. And that's what you need to embrace now. You are an Aries, so that's like something you're pretty good at, is putting yourself first. Do that now. If anyone's standing in your way of success, tell them to get the hell out of your house. If you are thinking about trying to go pro, so to speak, you're trying to go pro with one of your goals, you're trying to make that your profession, this is definitely not the time to, make that first move. I would 100% wait until February 14th. That's when you can start trying to make that happen. You can start planning right now. You can start, making sure that you have the social network, you have the business contacts in order to, make this a smooth, successful transition. You can start planning it all out. Don't do it yet, because it will not work out the way that you plan. If you, start a business right now, I'm not saying it will fail. It will certainly not work out the way that you plan. So I would just say wait till February 14th. Come up with a plan right now, though. If you are a Taurus, then what we have here is a question of, do I have the knowledge? Are my skills up to par? Do I have enough know-how in order to make myself successful in my chosen career path? Am I going to need to go back to school? Some of you will come to the realization, I thought I knew enough. I thought I was educated enough. I thought maybe I could just make this my career now. Turns out I don't quite have the qualifications, and I need to go back to school. Definitely not the time to be, sending out that application or really making big moves as far as getting into school. Great time to think it over and come to the realization if that is where it needs to be for you. Some of you may be thinking, is my career, is my life direction living up to my moral compass? Am I being guided by my moral compass? Is my moral compass pointing north, or is it slightly east? Is it northeast? Is it south? Is it southeast? Let me make sure my moral compass is pointing me in the right direction. Some of us know when that's not happening. All of us know when we are not living up to our moral code. Some of us are better at fooling ourselves. Some of us are better at deceiving ourselves than others. And if you are one of those people, now's going to be a time where you really stop it. Where you're okay, time to stop fooling myself, time to see that I'm not in line with my belief system. And you're going to be coming to a place of honesty about that, and you're going to be coming up with a real plan as far as how to correct the situation, how to become a more moral person, a more ethical person, someone who follows their beliefs, someone who can be successful but still maintain their integrity. That's what you're going to be doing now, Taurus. If you are a Gemini, then you are probably thinking, I need to go to school. I am broke as hell, though. you're a Gemini, you're thinking, how can I get the funding to do this, big adventurous thing that I want to do? If I want to travel the world, probably gonna need some money. If I want to go to school, I probably should be looking at scholarships. If I want to join the Peace Corps, I probably should have enough money to live while I'm traveling the world. So think about that, because there's a tendency to sometimes try and do something, try and go on an adventure before you've set the groundwork for it, before you've built a foundation from which you can go off from. You have to have a solid base before you can jump into something crazy, okay? You have to have a safety net so that you know that if you need to, you can come back and you've built up an infrastructure that is solid. Don't go to school if you don't have any money. If you only have enough money for 1/4 of school and you don't know how you're going to get the rest of the money, probably figure out how to get the money before you go to school. Time to consider if you need some funding. Look up some financial aid opportunities. You probably have some. Almost everyone can get financial aid or a scholarship for something. It's probably not going to be the whole thing covered. But there's something out there for you. Look it over. You are thinking it over. You are coming up with ways to make money that can facilitate some big project you have going on. Do it. Do it. Okay? If you are a Cancer, then you're thinking, oh my God, my relationship is so chaotic and I need to not have that be the case. You're thinking, okay, I don't want someone who's either there just for some weird power dynamic we have going on. I don't want someone there for financial reasons. I don't want this person to be in my life because I don't know how I'd pay my rent if they weren't there. I don't want someone who's spending my money and giving me nothing in return. And you're going to be thinking over if this relationship is, there for the right reasons. Is it just intense and dramatic for no reason? Sometimes that happens. A lot of us enter a relationship at some point in our life that are crazy and not fun, but then we don't know how to get out of them. This is your time to figure out if that relationship that you're in right now is a relationship that is not really healthy or positive or serving you and is there for some sort of safety net. So financially, or maybe you just regular sex. That's a fun thing. So just figure out if that's the reason why you're in a relationship. Don't break up with them yet. Wait until February 14th. And if the relationship still sucks by then, that's when you end it. This could be a business partner. This could be a best friend. This could be someone that you are married to or someone that you are in a strong relationship with. So not someone you just started dating, but someone that you are, in a relationship with. You're going to be thinking over all of that stuff that I mentioned, finances, weird power struggles, and then whether or not this is built on solid ground for the right reasons. If you are a Leo, if you're a Leo rising, to a lesser extent Leo sun or Leo moon, but mostly Leo rising, then this is going to be a time of thinking over why you're so freaking lazy. Why are you being lazy right now? Get up. It's not time to take a cat nap, you big lion. Get up, get to work, get healthy, get motivated, get your life in order. You may see some problems in your relationship for me. You may see some negative, arguments happening, and then you're going to be thinking, okay, wait a minute, I guess that I'm making my partner really upset because I'm being so lazy and don't want to do anything. You gotta do work. It's part of life. It's part of living a productive life, I guess, so do it. If you are not in a relationship, then you might be thinking, alright, I just realized I really want to be in a relationship, I'm looking for love. That is going to be something that happens for a lot of you. You're going to be realizing you want a relationship, and then you're going to realize, I need to work on myself a little bit first, maybe in order to get this relationship, maybe in order to get in a relationship that I want. I need to be more productive, I need to be more efficient, I need to live a lifestyle that I feel comfortable presenting to a partner. Maybe you need to work on your health in order to have self-esteem that you would present in a relationship. Good to do right now. Stop being lazy, don't do it. If you are a Virgo, you're going to be saying, why am I so boring? Not that you're boring, but right now you're being boring, okay? You need to figure out why you're so obsessed with these little routines and these little details, and you're not having fun, okay? So be more fun, okay? Like, think over ways that you can incorporate fun and joy and incorporate your hobbies and your creative pursuits into your daily life. You need that. We all need that. We can't just live a life where we are crossing things off of our to-do list, and once we're done, we go to sleep, and then we wake up and do it again. No, that's boring, okay? Don't live a boring life. If you need that routine as a Virgo, I'm a Virgo moon, so I get it. I get the need for routine and order. If that's you, then what you need to do is you need to write on that checklist every day. 1 hour will not work. Must have fun, okay? Plan for fun. If someone's like, hey, will you mow my lawn for me? And then you look at your schedule and it says like, uh-oh, I'm supposed to be having fun that hour. You better say no. You better not mow their lawn. You better not do their dishes. You better not like take out the trash during your hour of fun. Because guess what? No matter what you tell yourself, taking out the trash is not fun. No, it's not. It's boring. It's actually more than boring. It's like unenjoyable. It's actively unenjoyable. Have fun. If you're a Libra, you're going to be thinking about the way that you bring fun into your home. Is your home enjoyable? Is your home life beautiful? Do you look at your home and say, oh, this is like my sanctuary. I just have so much fun here. I love it. If you don't, then that's not good, because your home is where you spend at least a large portion of your time. For a lot of us, it's where you spend most of your time. If you are going home and saying, oh God, I wish I was at work, like if that especially is your situation, then you need to make some big changes. You cannot come home and be like, I wish I wasn't home. No, don't do it. Some of you may be thinking about having another child or having a child, because Mercury is starting to move backwards in the part of the sky that is all about your children. Well, it's partially about your children, and it is moving into the part of your sky that has to do with your home, and like it actually has to do with like your family, so like your lineage. So it has to do with adding another member into your family, this retrograde. You might be thinking that over. Definitely don't decide to skip the birth control or skip the condom, or like, you know, not have safe sex because you want another child. Don't do that while Mercury is retrograde, because you might then decide, uh-oh, I just remembered I don't want a kid for whatever reason. And then you're like going to be left with some like hard choices, obviously. So think it over now, and then by February 14th, you're going to have a better understanding of what to do. Okay. If you are a Scorpio, you need to be careful about the people you are bringing into your home. Likely like a neighbor is not someone, you know, I'll be honest with you. Don't bring a neighbor into your home while Mercury is retrograde that you have not brought in before. You've not brought them into your home before. You have not seen that they're like trustworthy and upstanding citizen. Just don't do it, because right now you might be learning things about your neighbors that you don't need that in your home. Like some of you might, if a new neighbor comes to live, you know, in your apartment building or in your little neighborhood, don't let them into your home. And this is just simply because you need to be like watching out for your safety zone right now, your home, not trying to bring in new people quite yet. It's just not the time, okay? If you have been thinking about moving to a new neighborhood, this is a new neighborhood. This is not a new country. That's a different part of the sky. But if you've been thinking about moving to like a short, distant, you know, somewhere fairly close to your current location, continue to think it over. Like put some real thought into it. It's a good time to kind of come to a decision. Don't actually move yet. Certainly don't move yet. But think it over, because you might really find yourself deciding, I don't even like where I live. I just hate my neighborhood. My neighbors are not cool. My neighborhood's not cool. Maybe you want to move closer to your family. You might be coming to that decision. Do not move, okay? Think it over. Come to the decision. If you are a Sagittarius, this is the time to think about how you are viewing your money. So if you have negative ideas surrounding money, if you think money is impossible to attain, if you think money is hard to come by, if you think money is for the rich. If you think the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, I mean, I'll be honest, that's like sort of a little bit right, but it can be overcome. But if you think that, you are not going to overcome it. So yes, it is easier for the rich to get richer. It is easy to stay poor when you're currently poor. It's very easy. It's hard to make that change, but it is possible. And the second that you tell yourself it's impossible, it becomes impossible, because if you don't believe that there's hope, you won't even try. So rethink your views on money, rethink the way you spend your money, rethink the way that you handle your finances. So come up with a positive understanding of money. Think of all the good things you can do with it. Really employ the law of attraction right now. Think about the life that you can live and you will live if you plan for wealth, if you plan for abundance, if you know it's going to happen. You bring it in with your thoughts. It's not going to come in right away, but it will eventually come to you, because you will start taking the actions that you have told yourself are possible. If you're a Capricorn, this is going to sound really weird what I'm about to tell you. I recommend pricing yourself, okay? Sounds weird, I knew it. But I would recommend actually like sitting down and coming up with a dollar amount that describes your worth. That sounds really weird and like really crazy. It kind of sounds like prostitution or like human trafficking, whatever. But I think for you, you will be able to see things in a very like clear understanding. You'll be able to gain a clear understanding of your self-esteem and your self-worth if you actually put it in money terms right now. If you say, I mean, like honestly, if you come up with anything less than like $50 trillion as your self-worth, you're like definitely lowballing it, because gross, who wants to be worth less than that? Like, you're a human being. You're a Capricorn. You get shit done. And if you aren't feeling yourself right now, if you're not feeling self-esteem in abundance, no. Okay? No. Gain a sense of self-worth. Gain love for yourself, and that's where you're going to see like amazing things happen for you, as we always do when we embrace our qualities that make us special and amazing and unique and superstars. That's when we become special, amazing, unique superstars. If you were an item for sale, would you be top shelf, or are you like third shelf down? Okay, think it over. If you're an Aquarius rising, such as myself, I'm an Aquarius rising, that's why I'm wearing this fucking ridiculous shirt right now. If you're an Aquarius rising, you're probably going to be thinking about your secrets. You're probably going to be thinking about the things that you likely don't want anyone to know. The things that you know, your skeletons in your closet, so to speak. You're going to be thinking about this. You're going to be saying, why is this something I need to keep secret? Why is this something that I engage in? If it's something that I am feeling inclined to keep a secret, why am I still even doing it? Like, shouldn't I be living a life of honesty, integrity, and truth? That's like the main thing for Aquarius risings. If you are not living the life that you know you're supposed to, that you know you should be, there's like really no point for you, Aquarius. Like, it's just not, that's just not part of the Aquarian agenda. But you're still human. We're still humans. We still do that. We still fall victim to our human desires or our need to conform. We still do it, okay? So this is where you're going to be saying, all right, I know I am supposed to be acting this way. I know that I can be doing this. I know that this is what I should be doing. I'm called to do this. Yet maybe I drink too much, okay? Maybe I am not social enough. Maybe I fall victim to, you know, poor impulse control. Maybe I have guilt from something from my past. And then you're going to say, I need to stop it. You know, it's a come to Jesus moment. You're coming to a clarity. You're coming to a realization that you don't have time for any of that in your life, because you are about to make, like, honestly, Aquarius, you're about to make really big things happen for yourself. You don't have time for any sort of addictive or self-sabotaging or secretive things going on, because you have to spend all your energy making strides toward success, making strides toward the vision that you know that you're meant to fulfill. All right, if you're a Pisces, you need to look at your friends right now, because they are acting up, okay? They are not the type of people that you want to be around. They are likely up to no good, and they are likely going to, you know, bring you down. You're a Pisces, okay? Part of being a Pisces is having, like, this ability to just become a reflection of everyone you're around. You're the last sign of the zodiac. You get kind of a mesh of traits from all of us. And it's really easy for you to just turn into the people you're around. I'm not saying you don't have your unique identity. You have so many qualities that are unique to being a Pisces, but you also tend to take on the qualities of everyone else around you. So you above everyone else need to make sure your friends are like on point. Your friends need to be the people that you know you should be and are associating with. You need to only associate with top shelf people, top quality, grade A people. You can't be around the scourge. You can't be around the scum. You can't be around the people who want to bring you down, who engage in behaviors that are not at your level. Some people are below you. I'm not being like shallow when I say that. Some people are not living a life of integrity that you are, Pisces, right now. You are living a life that deserves to be amazing, and you can't let anyone pull you down. Just don't do it. I know you're super compassionate and you want to like hang out with all these people. You want to like go hang out with the person who just, you know, fucked their own life over. You want to go help that person who just can't seem to help themselves. Help them one time, maybe twice. If they still are not taking your advice, if they're still doing the same things over and over, not learning anything from this experience, that's where you need to cut the cord. You need to say, get out of my house, get out of my life, go away. You're bringing me down. You're not a person I need to be around because I need to worry about myself right now, okay? Pisces, do that. Be amazing. Be amazing. That's what you are meant to be as a human. All humans are supposed to be amazing. If you have people around you that are not, if you have people around you that want to take something from you without giving anything to you, that's a problem. That's a big problem. You can't let someone be an emotional vampire. You can't let someone take without giving. It's not healthy. It's not what you're meant to do. Alright, so that's going to be the theme for each of the signs during Mercury retrograde, which again is from January 4th to January 26th, but then it's still kind of going on until the 14th of February. That's general, okay? If you would like personalized information about how this is all relating to you, then head on over to taylorcole.com, click on the services section, which is up in the right corner, and you can schedule or order a personalized horoscope or a personalized video, much like this, where I go into how it is speaking to you and you only, unless someone was born like the same city, same minute as you even, they're not going to have this be the same for them. So if you would like personalized information, go to my website, services section. Or you can subscribe for the premium access to my website where I give you a monthly personalized horoscope. It's very much like the horoscopes I post on my website already, monthly, weekly, and daily, but it's going to be about only you. And it's like, honestly, it's like stupid cheap. It's like no one is going to offer you a personalized horoscope on a monthly basis for this cheap. So, you know, maybe I'm just crazy, but you should definitely go and get that. And then if you do want monthly, daily, and weekly information generalized, then definitely head over to the blog section of my website where I post just that. I post weekly, daily, and monthly horoscopes that I write myself. You can connect with me on Facebook, Google+, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, of course, my website too. I love interacting with you. I love getting messages. It makes me know that what I'm doing is helping you in some way. I know I can be kind of like short. That's kind of what I am. I'm like kind of a drill sergeant sometimes. But honestly, my goal is always to help you. Always want to help you out. You guys help me out so much just by giving your feedback. So definitely leave me a comment. Say hey. Tell me how it's going for you. Give me some feedback on how this horoscope is speaking to you. I definitely want to know how this is affecting you. I'm always looking for feedback on my horoscope, so always feel free to drop a comment in the comment section. And then the last thing, I would definitely love it if you subscribe to my channel so you can get the updates, the videos as soon as they come out. You will be able to see that. So subscribe, comment, like, share, all of the things. Do it. I love you. All right. I will see you again next week. Until then, enjoy Mercury retrograde and have fun. Pop kill. Whoa, I can't talk today. It's Mercury retrograde, I guess.